Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of our podcast. I'm Sabrina,
And I'm Gemma.
and we are sisters who live in different countries.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, sir.
That is true. I live in Italy. I've lived here for, it'll be 10 years in March. Can you believe it's been 10 years?
Has it? Oh my God.
Like,
So,
in one way I can, but in one way it doesn't feel that long.
because how long has it been since you lived in England?
Ooh, go. I don't know.
I think
Because
probably
I came
around,
back for a little bit before I came to Italy. I came back for a few months,
mm,
but like lived.
probably around university.
It was like, yeah. Well, it was my final year of uni, so I was like 21.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, well over a decade that you've been abroad for.
yeah. So, international girly. Where
So,
do you
yeah,
live?
I'm Sabrina, and
What's your address?
I still live in the motherland. I live in England. I am 29. Gemma is my older sister.
Why did you have to out me like that? It's only 3 years.
We were talking earlier, and we've established that I am the tech and she is the talent.
I don't think we need to clarify the obvious. I mean,
My goodness. So a little bit about me. I do live in England. I work in environmental protection in agriculture, and I work from home. So I'm actually in my home office right now, where I spend 40 hours a week of my life.
you've opted to spend more.
Yeah.
Do you get like anxiety when you go in that room?
No,
Uh,
thankfully not.
uh, must be nice to like your job.
Get the Sunday scaries of my own spare room.
Yeah, like walk past it and like look down.
This room doesn't
avoid,
exist.
avoid it on the way to the bathroom. And I am an English teacher. Yeah, have been for nearly 10 years. I do not work from home, and I am currently in my living room because I don't have a better space currently. The living room is the only place really with a connection. I don't want to do it in the bedroom. I feel like that's a little bit risque. That's not the vibe we're going for here.
Yeah.
Um, I am looking into getting a desk, but we need to basically when we moved into this house, we got given a lot of furniture, so we were really lucky. But obviously now it's been a couple of years, things need replacing, we need to like rethink spaces. So in the process of that, and if I do sound echoey, it is because I do live in an old Italian apartment, so the ceilings are extremely high.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
despite my best attempts to convince the landlord, we do not have wooden floors, we have tiles, so it's great in winter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have made an improvement though, in that I was on a footstool before. I was sat. Usually that's where I like to sit if I'm doing my
Yeah.
online lessons. But it's definitely time to upgrade the footstool too because it's creaking so much. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't have people like listening to that. People are going to switch off immediately. So
I know, that's how I feel on my office chair right now because it creaks, so I'm just trying to remain as
it's
as
got
still
nothing
as
on this stool.
possible.
Let me swear. Like, I literally like inhaled and it creaked. I was like, ah. Maybe it's time. So I am on the sofa. So if you hear some shuffling, because my legs are cramping up because I've had to move the table even closer, but it's fine. I'm going to get a desk. New Year's
Yes.
resolution.
Yeah, so we are absolutely figuring this out as we go along, and
That's it, really. I mean, it's much like life imitates art. I have no
exactly.
idea what I'm doing most of the time, but
No, no, we
apart
are
from that,
absolutely winging this. This is very different to anything that either of us has done before.
I mean, I do talk a lot, just never
True,
recorded it. And
true.
if you heard me scream, oh no, then sorry, my earphone fell out, which is also a reoccurring thing. My earphones always fall out. I have very small ears, fun fact.
Mine
The
do as
inside, not the
well.
outside. It's
Yeah,
really annoying, but also
yeah,
like even if I put on the smallest like what's it called? Like they come with like the rubber what is
yeah.
that?
I don't
Uh
know. I know what
like
you mean, though.
fitting.
Yeah.
Like also on my like loop earplugs. They're
Mm.
on the smallest one. But especially this year they fall out all the time. But
Yeah.
also what's really annoying is this is the ear what is this? My right right. And that's the one to like volume up my headphones. So every time it like comes out I end up like deafening myself a bit
Yeah.
more. I
Yeah,
hate that.
absolutely. Well, for Christmas, I got Harry, my partner, I got him some weird headphones that I hadn't seen before because he's really into running and they're designed for runners and they kind of hook around the ear and then they sit just outside of the ear so they don't actually go in.
Okay, I have seen those, yeah. I don't know if they're I don't know if they're comfortable. I don't know. I don't
Well,
find running particularly comfortable, so
no, no. I did try them after he set them up, and I did like them. I think that I might get some for myself as well.
I suppose they're probably better for your ears.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, because 'cause they're not right
Deafen
up against
yourself
your
every
eardrum.
time you read it.
Yeah, so obviously living in Italy for the last 10 years, you've definitely picked up the language and you did classes as well when you were learning. So how would you rate your Italian now?
I don't know, it depends. It depends on a lot of things. Also because I did do a few lessons, like less than 10.
Mm,
I just tried a couple of times.
yeah,
But like I never really stuck to it because it was really impractical. And also it's really expensive.
mm,
So, a teacher's salary at the start, I couldn't really be
yeah,
affording that. And then met my ex-boyfriend and we always spoke in English and I wanted to learn Italian, but we always spoke in English, so it was hard and I'd never really spoken a different language before. Like I'd studied them at school maybe, but like you don't actually
yeah,
speak them at school, do you? They're sort of like listening and like talking about what's in your pencil case.
yeah,
So then we broke up and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to learn this language. I could understand a little bit at that point. But I was so mortified about basically being foreign, which is
yeah,
so weird because obviously I'm not. Like, and
yeah,
you can look at me and you can see I'm not Italian.
yeah,
Especially like when I first moved there, I was living in the south. Or then when I went to
yeah,
Rome, everyone's a lot darker. Up here near Milan, they're a lot blonder, I have
mhm.
to say. But like I'm
Yeah,
very clearly not.
I was thinking about this today actually, because so I've been learning another language as well. And when I've been speaking to tutors and things, they often say, "Oh, well, when foreigners do this and when foreigners do this." And I was thinking about that, and I think that in England, foreigner is a word that has very negative connotations.
Such a negative connotation.
Yeah, so
It's
I'm
like
not surprised at all
immigrants.
that yeah, I'm not surprised at all that you felt like that.
Yeah, and also I think a lot of it was because I didn't want to seem stupid.
Mhm.
And I felt stupid
Yeah.
because, like, even, like, little things I felt unable to do because I couldn't, like, express myself, or especially, like, the first place that I lived, nobody spoke English.
Yeah.
So I felt like I needed somebody with me all the time, so I was, like, nervous to do things, and even, like, going to the bank, like, I didn't have a, bank account for the first year, maybe,
Yeah.
because I was just nervous to go into the bank because I felt like
Yeah.
a little
Just
girl. Yeah,
stockpiling all your
like,
cash.
don't understand anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no,
You
in fact, if I'd been robbed in those days, it would have been a bad time for me.
no, you are absolutely thrown in the deep end at learning that language.
Also because had never been to Italy before. Literally trained to be a TEFL teacher after university. After like 2 weeks, got a job. Got on
Yeah.
a plane 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
learnt like I don't speak Italian in Italian,
Yeah.
like with the worst accent you could imagine. So obviously I've never heard the language before.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, now I feel confident. Obviously I make mistakes because the grammar's so different to ours.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the hardest part for me about learning a new language is when it's different grammar and, like, the verbs and stuff are in different places to where we have them. It's so hard to get your head around.
But also because we aren't taught English how, for example, like I can only speak about Italians, obviously, because that's the system I know.
Yeah.
But like they're taught, okay, like this is the past tense of this is the
Yeah.
we aren't taught that.
No.
I don't even know what. In fact, I remember once in a German lesson, maybe in like year 8, and I was like, and she, like the teacher, do you remember Miss Davies?
Yes, I remember.
She was talking about the past tense. I was like, we don't have that. Obviously, we do.
Yeah.
Obviously, we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank God I was too shy to put my hand up. Though I
And
don't think anyone in my class would have bloody known either.
no, no, I don't think so either. And then obviously a lot of European languages, they've got masculine and feminine words, and we don't have that. That always, yeah, really trips me up.
Also, because sometimes like the feminine and the masculine can like mean different things.
Mm.
So it can completely sabotage your right your sentence.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard work, it really is. I only feel I would say confident because obviously I still make mistakes, but also like clearly people know I'm foreign, and now I don't really care that people know I'm foreign.
Yeah.
Um, but I would say the last 4 years, maybe. So
Okay.
imagine I was here for 6 years, not wanting to speak to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then people would be like, because also here there's the culture of like, 'cause in England, well, usually most people order the shopping online,
Yeah.
but go to the supermarket here they go to the counters and they ask for like so many grams of this or something.
Yeah.
We don't really have that.
No.
So people would say to me like, "What do you do in the supermarket?" And I was like, "Who am I talking to in the supermarket?" But I have to say it's really annoying since I've been with Francesco because he's like about the quality of food, right? Very Italian. So now that I've tried, because you can get like, for example, like hams and stuff in the packet or cheeses in the packet, or you can go to the counter and the ones at the counter are so much better,
Are they?
like a different thing.
Oh,
I don't,
wow.
but yeah, sometimes I just don't want to talk to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, either just like some days I don't care, but some days I'm like, nobody look at me, nobody
Yeah.
speak to me. Especially if I've been like on my own all day, but I need to pop out and get something. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I absolutely relate to that. Yeah. Some days I don't want to talk to anyone.
like literally just leave me alone. I was like a bit yesterday on the way to work. I was so tired. It was Friday morning. It was grey. It was foggy. It was raining. Someone was like, "Sorry, have you got the time?" I was like, "Oh." And like when you're feeling all right, it's like, "What's your problem?" But at the
Yeah.
time, I was like, "I've been so inconvenienced.
Dare you bring this to my doorstep?
Why haven't you got a phone?"
Why is it my responsibility to let you know the time?
I've got all these people here. This is one of the main commuter trains into Milan.
Of all these
You could have
people
asked
here,
somebody else.
you thought I looked like the person that was really interested in the time.
You thought that I would have the time. Well, I'll tell you what, Frank, you picked the wrong girl.
I actually don't observe time.
Time is a concept created by consumers.
Bring back the people who could tell the time by looking at the sun.
It's so fucking sun in Milan, I tell you. But also, if you like turn round, there's the board with all the train departures. There's a fucking time there in the corner, mate. So what's it? Like I've got nothing better to do.
Like I'm standing here hoping someone will ask me what the time is.
Holding the phone like this.
Anybody
Keep
curious?
refreshing. Oh, another minute's passed.
Shall we talk a bit about why we decided to start the podcast?
I think it's clear. We are extremely entertaining.
Yeah, pretty much. We saw each other at Christmas because you came home for Christmas, and we had a good laugh, didn't we?
I was like crying.
Because
When somebody like leaves or like you leave the room to go to the toilet or something and your face like drops because you need to like unclench your cheeks.
yeah, because when Gemma comes home to the UK, she stays with our grandparents. So I went and it was us, our grandparents, and then my partner Harry was there. And our grandma has lived in this same house all her life. And she,
Literally all her life. Well, on the same
yeah,
land. The house was changed a couple of times, I think.
yeah. So it would have been in the 1950s, and this pig man would come because they kept a pig in the garden. They have quite a lot of land. And I can't remember how often she said that he would come, but they would basically come and get this pig slaughtered at the house and then, eat it and then get another pig and
They
the
were
cycle
farming
continued.
people, I would like to clarify.
Yes.
This wasn't like a hobby.
They were
Like they were farmers. We're from
they were
Lincolnshire. We're from the
they
biggest
weren't
farming region. And our great granddad was a farmer.
they weren't some kind of pig sadists.
She just fucking ate it. It's time for the sacrifice, all stood in a circle.
Yeah, at the same time, like just after she finished her story about the pig man, then our granddad started telling a story about when he had got into some trouble with some other pigs. And we said,
Wait, you can rephrase that. That sounds like he like owed the pig some money. They were knocking on his door.
we said,
Or he's been in a scrap with them.
how much pig blood has been spilt on this land?
Lincolnshire sausage is the best in the country.
So after
Oh.
that, we decided we are hilarious and we want to laugh like that more often. So we're going to make this a weekly thing, and we hope that you guys can laugh along with us.
And not correct us. No, obviously, if we make a mistake, do correct us, but do it nicely because my ego is very fragile.
Yes, we know everything except for the things that we don't know.
And I will happily admit that if you tell me in a nice way
Yes.
and I'm in the mood. I'm not in the mood.
So for
Okay, I didn't
our
realize you wanted me dead. Sometimes when I get criticism and I'm not in the mood, well, why do I even wake up in the morning? It's like the
oh
smallest
my
thing.
goodness.
Sorry, continue.
So, for our episode next week, we think that we'll do a bit talking about Gemma's move abroad, what it's like being an expat in a bit more detail. So, for this week's episode, there has been a trend on Instagram of looking back at photos of yourself in 2016. So, I thought that we could talk about what we were doing in 2016.
Nothing good.
So for me, 2016 was the year that I turned 20. I was living in a house share. I had just started my first proper full-time job, which was data entry at a warehouse of lots and lots of books. And it was not a very nice place, but it was my first job.
But I love the stories from that place. I used to look forward to you coming home from work to like share what happened because I knew
Yeah.
there'd be a story. Like it was like a comedy place.
Yeah.
It's like a comedy series. It was like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but no
Yeah.
one was
Honestly.
attractive.
No. No, it was one of the strangest places that I've ever worked. Such a strange mix of people, and I'm sure that we will get into that place in more detail on a later episode. But
On several later episodes because that needs a debrief. It'll probably close down by the time we finish.
we'll
Allegedly.
we'll name no names. But I worked there for 2 years, so I stuck it out a long time. Yeah.
Was it only 2 years?
Yeah, it felt felt a lot longer, didn't it?
It felt so long.
Yeah.
Wow. You are a saint. Okay, so 2016, what was I doing? So in the March, I came to Italy. Um, Before that, I was living with grandma and granddad because I'd come home from, I had an internship in Amsterdam. Then I went to Canada for a while. Then I came back and was looking for jobs. I had graduated in marketing communications, couldn't get a job. And then, yes, I just trained as a teacher, came here in March. And then, uh, 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 that summer I went to Sardinia as an au pair.
Yeah.
That was nice. Gorgeous place, gorgeous place. Then I went back to the first town that I'd like lived in, but that was also a workplace.
Mm.
Like that was shocking. We'll
No,
get into that in a later episode. But do you
I think
remember?
yes, when we have our episode on work stories, I think that it's gonna be a juicy one.
I think it's gonna be like 2 hours because every time I tell somebody like something about like we'll have to rename them, one of the like characters.
Yeah,
Then I remember other things, and then I realize that I've been talking like a monologue for like half an hour, just like
yeah, absolutely.
just sprouting out. No, that place was. Mm,
Mm,
I'm grateful that it like brought me here, obviously,
yeah,
and it was like my first experience. Okay, but I hate that place and I hate the people that run it.
mm,
Even all these years later,
yeah,
so I have friends that still like see them sometimes,
mm-mm,
and she's always polite because she's a better person than me. But I also because now I'm obviously 10 years older, but I'm a
mm,
lot more confident in myself.
yeah, absolutely.
So things that I let slide, I would not let slide anymore.
No, no,
So
it is atrocious the way that young people are treated when they first come into the workforce sometimes because they don't have the confidence to
brilliant.
speak up. I never did, but I would now.
Oh, especially as the job market as it is, it's so hard to get a job. You've got no experience. You think, well, I can't afford to lose it. And
Yeah,
like in my case, I was like, well, also because the apartment I was in was supplied by the job.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can say this. We have to kind of search what we can be sued for. Allegedly, a teacher that had been there before me had asked for some time off, like an afternoon off once a week to do some Italian lessons because she loved Italy, wanted to stay, wanted to learn the language. I don't know, obviously, what happened, blah, 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 but she ended up quitting because they wouldn't give her the time off.
Oh
And they kicked her out of the apartment. And she was living in a church.
my gosh.
Yeah. Isn't that, isn't that,
That is, yeah.
Like, allegedly.
That is gonna be a juicy episode.
That's gonna be interesting.
Oh,
Wonder if I can get guest speakers. I'm gonna call my friend. Get that pic. Do you remember when? No. Anyway, yeah. What else about that period? Both had bad jobs. Can't
yeah.
really remember much else, honestly. I know everyone's doing like the makeup and stuff, but I never really did like the big, like the cut crease or
No.
the brows or anything like that.
I feel like other than my eyebrows, I don't think that the way I've done my makeup has changed since 2016.
Girl, I was wondering if you were gonna mention your eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
Where was it? Was it on WhatsApp that you sent me that like collage of the pictures from? Was it on? No, maybe it was on Instagram.
It might
I
have been on
saw
my
it.
Instagram story.
Mm.
Yeah, so I
I
when
told you at the time. I
you
told you
did,
at the
you
time.
did. 2016 was the year that I discovered the Anastasia dip brow,
In
and
black, jet black.
yes, my brows, they were certainly a feature.
You thought I was being mean. I remember you were like, "You are so rude."
I do remember you saying it quite meanly.
I don't remember that.
Dear. But yeah,
I remember just being like, "Babe, can I say a thing?" And you being like, "Is it the brows?" And I was like, "Yeah."
so 2016, I was living in a house share, and it was a very interesting time in my life. So I didn't go to university, so I never lived in student halls or anything. So it was my first experience of having housemates, and there were some characters there.
I remember it wasn't 2016. It must have been 2015.
Mm.
Um, when I came back from Canada and I was staying with you for a bit. Oh, oh.
It wasn't a nice house. It wasn't in a nice area, but it was what I could afford, and I think I lived there for about 6 months before I did move into a flat on my own.
It
So
was
it
nice
was
that flat.
yeah, it was nice there, but the house share was an experience. There was one of my housemates was so bearing in mind, I moved in there, I think I was 19. I had 3 housemates, so the other 2 were similar in age to me, early 20s at most.
Mm,
And then we had this one called Mark, and he was probably mid-40s. He was a teacher, and, people have different circumstances that bring them to house shares, so no judgment, but he was a weird, weird man.
he was an odd person. Was he there when I was there? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I think that
I don't
he
think so because I did feel like this would have been a something I would remember.
I think that he moved in not too long before I moved out, but so
Thank God.
he was a teacher, and bearing in mind that it wasn't that long since I had finished school
Been at
myself.
school. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just really didn't it really blew my mind to think, "This man is someone's teacher." He would bring home fish and chips for tea every single night. He would never ever cook. He
Was he fat?
No, 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 he was quite skinny.
I
Um,
envy people like that.
yeah, me too. He would smoke in his bedroom and just constantly deny it, even though it never smelled yeah, it never smelled like smoke
It never smelled before.
and then as soon
Didn't
as
he
he
like
moved
send
in
pictures of his room as well and was like trying to prove that he wasn't smoking?
yeah, and he would clearly, like I don't know, because he would smoke inside because the whole house would smell, and then I'd say maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, his bedroom was directly above mine, and he would throw a bucket of water out of the window, which had all of his fag ends in it, and it would hit my window, and I'd say, "Unless it's just suddenly started a downpour that's lasted a few seconds, I know you've just
Unless
done
it's
that again."
raining faggot.
But still he would deny it, and then he would also
Wait,
oh,
was Mark the original gaslighter?
Mark's the reason I don't trust men.
I've got a lot of fucking answer for.
So we all had our own cutlery and plates and things. I say we all, everyone except him. He didn't have his own. So
Don't need a plate when you're in our paper every day.
he would take everyone else's stuff, but then he wouldn't bring it back down to wash it. It would just be locked
It
in his
must have
room.
stunk, right?
Yeah,
Because also fish and chips smells.
yeah. And we would message. We had like a house group chat, and we would message and say, gang, where's all the knives and forks? There are none in the kitchen. And then everyone would message like, I don't have them. I don't have them. He would say, I don't have them. And then 10 minutes later, because my bedroom was on the ground floor, I would hear someone come down and then all of a sudden the sink was rammed with knives and forks.
There was a trail of fag ash.
But one of the weirdest things he ever did, so the Wi-Fi router was in my bedroom, and the Wi-Fi wasn't very good. It was paid for by the landlord, and I think that he just got the cheapest package that he could, and it wasn't
Typical
good.
landlord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was just slow. The router was fine; it all worked. And to my room one night and knocked on the door and said,
Were you terrified?
"Well, no, because."
Harry was there.
He was there. So he knocked on the door and I answered it. And he said, the Wi-Fi's been really slow. I said, yeah, it does that. And he said, the
Is this news
router's.
to you, Mark?
And I think I'd not long restarted the router. So he said, oh, the Wi-Fi's been really slow. I said, yeah, I know. I've restarted it. And he said, do you mind if I come in and have a look at it? And I said, at the router?
Of course I mind that.
You want to come in and have a look at the router? He said, yeah, just a quick look.
What for?
You just, I don't know, because all the lights were on. There's nothing you can do to the router. And
Like it was going to be unplugged. Oh, you.
I found the problem.
Or like you've like got it buried under a like pile of clothes or something.
And I don't think that I even answered, like, yes, you can come on in. But he made his made his way in. And the router was on this little table near the window, which was beside my bed. And so he moses on over to the router, and my partner Harry was there that night, and
Thank God.
it was bedtime, so he was only in his boxers, and so he's there like
You alright, mate?
he's like slowly pulling the quilt up over his chest, like. And this man comes in and he's like, "Hi, just having a look at the router," and literally
He's
just
like, yeah, I just heard the conversation. It was 2 meters away from me.
literally just looks at it, doesn't even touch it, and then he's like,
That is definitely a router.
yeah. It's a shame it's so slow, isn't it?" And then he left. Violated Harry with his eyes and left.
To even give Harry time to get clothed.
Come on in, buddy.
Just gotta have a look and see if there's a router in here. Like what? She didn't even touch it, just looked.
That looks like every other router I've seen, so we must be on the right track.
Can't say that's not a router. What the mate? You're a fully grown adult. Get your own internet then.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, I'm not being funny. Everyone else in that house was in their early 20s.
Yeah.
One girl worked in a bar, didn't she?
Yeah.
Something like that. What did the other boy do?
He
He was the
works
only
for
one that I met.
He works for the company that I work for now.
Ah, he was quite nice.
Yeah, he was really nice. Yeah, and so was the other girl that lived there. It was just
I never met her.
Mark.
No, Mark was odd. But like, my point was, before airing these people's dirty laundry, like, he clearly made a lot more money than everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, he was on a salary.
Yeah.
If he's 40, he's been teaching for a while, you know, your salary goes up.
Yeah.
Number one, you're living with children. Number two, you pay for the fucking Wi-Fi then.
Yeah.
Or get your own.
Yeah. Get your own knives and forks, my guy.
Yeah, also, like, imagine.
Yeah.
He was walking into a classroom every morning and kids had to listen to him and show him respect.
Exactly.
Well,
And
don't know if they did because I am a teacher and I can say that rarely happens, but
I remember the plate set that I bought from Asda. It was the first like plates that I'd ever bought myself, and one by one they all just went missing. And one day I snapped and I had enough, and so I made a missing poster from a missing poster for my bowls, and posted it in the group chat. And I said, if they're returned unharmed, there'll be no further action taken. Did I see him again? No.
Jesus, that's really, he was weird. There was something about, was it a dishwasher or a washing machine?
Yes.
What
Yeah.
was that?
He had this idea that if we got a dishwasher, that all of our
The
problems.
place would imagine. I got any fucking place, mate. What's a dishwasher gonna do for me?
If we got a dishwasher, all of our crockery issues would be solved. And
So you are admitting, sir, in a court of law, you are admitting that you are the thief.
his
Yes or
hand.
no? You just basically just admitted it can't be asked. But I mean, what would it really solve? Because you still got to bring the plates down,
Exactly.
which seemed to be the issue.
I know, if he had just brought them down, I would have washed them.
Yeah, like that. It makes you want to like keep things in your room.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I did end up keeping my plates and stuff in my room. And
I've only had to keep like toilet roll in my room, which is
mm,
really fucking annoying,
yeah,
honestly. Like because you forget.
yeah,
But it got to the point in a couple of house shares that I've been in, that I was the only idiot buying it.
yeah,
And you know, when you're younger, when you're students, okay. But even when I was like in my mid-20s,
yeah,
like we all have jobs.
yeah. No,
There's no excuse.
I really do hope that I never end up having to live in a house share ever again. Mm.
I literally pray every day. Pray every day.
Yeah, but this dishwasher, he really latched on to this idea, and he sent
We had
through
nothing else going on to do
he
so.
sent through some listings to the house group chat, and he told us all how much it would be if we all split it 4 ways, and nobody was interested. And when we moved out, we couldn't
Well,
take
because when you don't have any money and you're young, that's a lot of money.
yeah, and we
For a dishwasher.
couldn't take
And
a
what? We're going to
quarter.
take a quarter?
Yeah.
We have
So
to buy somebody out of the dishwasher?
I think at first we were all very, when nobody wants to say no. So everyone's
Mm.
just, oh yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Good idea, yeah.
But this guy, he didn't let it go. Oh my God, he would bring it up. Like every time I saw him, he'd be like, "Have you thought any more about the dishwasher?"
Sir,
So
you
I
are
would
the adult with
go,
a full-time job. What's a dishwasher cost?
goodness.
Just buy it yourself.
That pretty much wraps up what we were doing in 2016. What do you want to talk about now? Nothing makes a
And
conversation flow naturally. Like, what do you want to talk
what do we talk about?
I'll tell you a funny story from my morning. So, when I have a shower and I don't want to wash my hair, I tie it back in a ponytail and then I use a headband to keep my fringe out of my face. And when I was in the shower today, I accidentally knocked my headband off, and
Ugh.
I was like that scene in Toy Story where Woody opens Buzz Lightyear's helmet for the first time, and he's like frozen, like, what do I do? That's what I was like. I was like, my headband.
Don't you think it's like the smallest inconveniences like that that are like just like push you over the edge sometimes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Literally
definitely.
just push you over the edge. Like I was really, really overstimulated the other day. And right, so Leona has these something about my boyfriend and apparently his child is that he had two toothbrushes, right?
Okay,
One for the sink and one for the shower.
right.
I don't agree with this practice. I do not partake. Right.
I don't observe
Also,
it.
because have you ever seen a picture of our bathroom?
No, I don't think so.
There's less th-
Maybe
there's like 30 centimeters from the sink to the shower. Like, there's no need. There's no need.
he's just got a
Right.
toothbrush every 30 centimeters.
Apparently. Oh, and it does my head in as well because when he brushes his teeth in the shower, he takes the toothpaste in the shower,
Mm.
but he don't put the cap on.
Oh
So then I've
no.
just got watery toothpaste,
Oh
and the
no.
thing's all wet. Oh wait, just my head. And it was, yeah. But so Leone, because he's 7, so he's a child, so they have different toothbrushes and stuff, don't
Yeah.
they? So I don't remember these from when we were kids, but his has got like a suction cup on the bottom. Did we have them?
No, I think that they were a newer invention, but when I
Mm,
worked with kids, I've seen them with them.
right. So I don't particularly like these. They go weird in the what's it called? The pot where the toothbrushes go.
Yeah.
Whatever. Not the end of the world. I was really overstimulated, and then I was getting in the shower and I knocked something on my arm. What is stuck to the shower wall? But another one of these toothbrushes. Just get like, there's like nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
Talking about it now, it's like, okay, but like, do you need medicating? What's your issue? But you know when something just makes you so angry? The fact that it's now inconveniencing my shower off the bloody wall.
Oh my god. That must
Oh,
look so
yeah.
weird just having a toothbrush sticking out of the wall.
I'll send you a picture later, and maybe we can upload it. Put it on the Instagram.
Oh
No,
my
it does
god.
my head in that. You know, like, but literally, sometimes it's just the simplest things that make me like lose my. And it's only for about 20 seconds. But like, you know, when you like see sparks, you're so angry.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
Like when you hit your head and you're
Mhm.
so angry, or you hurt yourself in any way, and it's like my whole life has been one disappointment after another.
Why was I forsaken?
Have I not suffered enough? Now I'm stuck.
Whose sins I'm paying for, but it can't be just mine.
I don't know who I was in a past life, but I am sorry. You know, when you ain't asleep, caught on the door like a belt loop, caught on the door handle.
That happens to me all the time. A lot of my trousers have belt loops, and I'd say it happens to me at least once a week, and the rage that builds inside me,
I don't know how much more I've got left in me.
like, I'd rather you just fully impale me than grab the belt.
Death. This falls when you're already in a bad mood or you're in a rush. It doesn't happen when you're in a good mood or on time. Just strike me down.
Oh my god. The other day I
Uh,
had a workman here doing some work in the bathroom, and because we'd had a leak into the kitchen, so he was he was downstairs looking at the kitchen ceiling, and I didn't know that he was pretty much done because next thing I know he's shouting goodbye, and I'm like, oh. So I got up really quick. I was sat here working, and I got up really quickly, and I had a glass of juice here on my desk.
oh no.
Knocked it straight over, went over everything, and then I was like,
Juice as well is sticky.
"Yeah." So I was obviously, like, flustered by the juice, angry at myself, and then I went downstairs like, "Bye, thanks."
You were able to do that because I think I would have like, you made me do.
Oh
Is
my
it
god.
normal that you was just like, okay, bye?
I thought it was really
Would
like,
you not be
normally
like, oh, I'm finished down here?
yeah, exactly. Normally, they'd say, "Oh, this is what I've done. Let us know if you have any more
Yeah, do
problems."
you want to come down and have a look?
Yeah, no. "Alright,
No.
bye."
But sometimes I wonder, like, if conversation skills are actually dying or if I'm weird.
Mm,
Like, when you and Harry came to the house at Christmas and I ordered the taxi, did I tell you about that conversation? Because you weren't in the
no.
room.
No, I wasn't there.
Right, okay, so Grandma and Granddad refused to call the taxi because it's like one of those automated things.
Mm. And I refused to call the taxi because I was socially anxious.
Harry's the man, why wouldn't he? No, sorry. Uh, why did this fall on me, the oldest sister? Doesn't it always? Um, so I was like, well, I don't care, I'll ring it. Change the thing sometimes. Not toothbrushes apparently, but things. And then it wouldn't understand like because we live in a village. So it was like say your address, but it wouldn't understand the village.
Mm.
So I had to say it a few times and then I was like, no, no, no. And then eventually it got put through to somebody. Right. So I was like, hi, you can order a taxi for please. And she was like, yep. And I was like,
I hate it.
from blah, 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 blah to the train station. And she was like, what time's your train? And I thought, mind your fucking business.
You coming with
But
me?
yeah, I was like, because obviously I'm not an idiot, so I'm ordering it like an hour before anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it's fine. And then I was like, yeah, to the train station. She's like, what time's your train? I think I said. And bearing in mind, I'm on a loudspeaker, so Grandma and Granddad are there, like looking at me, and I'm like, okay, so can I just confirm that that's booked for like 3:30 or whatever? She was like, yeah, all booked for you. I
I'm
was like, well,
like,
say that then.
what is wrong with people?
Like, don't
Honestly.
make me feel like I felt so weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just,
I
okay,
I hate having a call like that because it makes me feel like I'm the one that doesn't know how to make this
yeah, like
call.
what has changed? And then sometimes I think like, well, maybe things have changed since like I lived here. Because
Yeah.
like for example, we were on the bus. I don't think it was this summer. I think it was the one before.
Mm.
I think you pressed the button. I went to like get up. But now you don't get up, you don't stand up.
Yeah. No. Please remain
You have to
seated.
say Yeah, but that wasn't like that when I was a kid.
No.
So I was like, "Oh," so sometimes I'm like, "Maybe I don't understand how things work."
Yeah. No. You just no, but I absolutely agree that people they just they say as little as they can these days.
Yeah. It's so, like it makes me feel weird,
Yeah,
especially,
absolutely.
like, here, because here you're like, "Oh, hi," like, you say hello to, like, basically everybody when you enter, like, a place,
Yeah.
and then it's like, "Okay, thank you, have a nice day," and there's, like, different, like, levels of, like, formality that you can, like, use. Yes, and, like, no, here. When I was at home at Christmas, I was, like, paying, and they were like, "Okay, thank you," and I was like, "Okay, have a nice day," and
Yeah,
they were just
nothing
like
back. Don't tell me what to do.
yeah, literally, it was like that. I just got a few dirty looks. I was like,
Yeah,
"Well,
no,
I take it back. I don't
no,
care about your day.
yeah, there's no
I'll
sense of
forget about you in 20 seconds."
there's no sense of community anymore in the UK.
It's really sad
It is.
because it wasn't like that, and, like, even when I used to get the train, like, coming from the airport or whatever, I used to be, number 1, so excited to, like, understand everything that was happening around me because for so many years I didn't understand, or I was like, "Ugh," when, like, the train conductor came to check the tickets because what if he said something I didn't understand? And I remember, like, a couple of years, like, I'd get chatting with the, like, guy that came around to check the tickets or, like, somebody that was sat near me. Now,
Yeah,
nothing. When was it? I must have been I think it was when I was coming back in the summer. So, the train that I take, you have to change at Manchester Piccadilly, right? So you do, like, 15 minutes from the airport to Piccadilly, and then you change for Lincolnshire. Right. And there was this young mom, like, she was younger than me, with these 2 kids, and she had, like, 3 or 4 suitcases, and everybody had backpacks and stuff, and these kids are small, like, one was trying not to fall asleep on the chair, like, it was a baby,
yeah,
right? So she's, like, getting up, like, beforehand, like, trying to organize all the cases and stuff. And bear in mind, this isn't an empty train, there's a lot of people.
yeah,
And I was like, "Sorry, can I give you a hand?" And she looked at me a bit funny at first, and then she's like, "Thank you." And I was like,
mm,
"Don't worry about it," because I just had a backpack.
yeah,
So I was like, "Yeah, no, don't worry." And then a couple of minutes passed, and she's still looking, like, perplexed. And she was like, I've done this a few times, taking the kids on holiday by myself, and you're the first person that's ever offered to help me."
that's sad, isn't it?
Like a young mum alone with 2 kids.
Mm,
And then obviously 'cause I was like, "Really?"
yeah,
I was like, I find I find that insane.
yeah,
And then there was a guy that was been, like, sat in front of me, and he started to help, but I feel like he only started to help because he felt bad.
yeah,
But, I mean,
no,
he did help. I don't know what his intentions were beforehand, but I feel like that was the case.
yeah, I know. Well, it often just takes one person to help, and then other people will help,
Yeah,
you
but
know?
because they feel guilty,
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, can't have her making me look bad." No, I was gonna walk past this single mum with 5 suitcases,
Yeah,
but
no,
now that girl's called me out, I thought I was invisible.
now that she's done this personal attack against me,
She's done this to piss me off.
she's done this just to make us all feel like shit.
She could have asked me the fucking time next. My legs are cramping a little bit. Oh god, I desperately need a desk.
Yeah, you do.
Uh, uh, it's getting a bit darker.
Mm, I know. It won't be long till the
What's the
sun
weather
sets
like
in.
there?
Today it's been pretty clear. It's been
Mm.
yeah, more blue skies than there has been recently.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been awful. Well, last week it was freezing, like minus temperatures in the day, which
yeah,
I haven't known here. And now it's warmer, but like it's still like 6 degrees. It's not warm, warm. But compared to last week, it feels like spring.
yeah.
But it's been so humid and like misty.
Mm, yeah,
So, and it's rained a lot, but even when it hasn't been raining, like you come back and you're wet.
yeah, yeah. I
Ugh.
hate days like that because with my hair being curly, it just immediately is 10 times the size frizz.
Yeah, literally. Because even if it's not raining, it's just the water in the air. Like I go to work like this, I come home like this.
Yeah.
Like, and also, we don't have any mirrors at work.
None?
None. In all the toilets, there's like no mirror. presumably for like a safety thing.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
isn't that weird?
That
'Cause
is
I feel like
weird.
even in primary school toilets we had
Yeah.
mirrors.
Yeah, because you can even get those plastic mirrors, can't you?
So I don't know what the rationale is there. There's one mirror in like one of the bathrooms if you go to like towards the nurse's office, but you've got to go through like 3 fire doors to get there,
My gosh.
and like it's not convenient.
Yeah.
So yeah, otherwise you just got no idea what you look like all day.
They don't want their teachers to have any kind of self-image.
Vanity is not a Catholic virtue.
Exactly.
Yeah, but sometimes I just want to like see how frizzy my hair is,
Yeah.
or like if your mascara bleeds.
Yeah.
I don't want to be going outside and taking the kids to parents' mascara down my face.
No. The main thing that I find goes south with my makeup throughout the day is underneath where my glasses sit, and it'll wear off
Hmm.
my foundation. Oh, I hate it.
That's it. Mine don't really sit there.
No,
I suppose on my nose it does come off.
yeah, like, it's this frame specifically that I've had the problem with. The
Mm.
glasses that I had before these, I didn't. So, when I get some new glasses, these are going bye-bye.
Do you get the foundation on the lens?
Not really.
That would annoy me.
The main bit I get on the
Mm.
lens is when I furrow my brow, sometimes I get, like, the grease from my brow on the lens, you know?
What? How?
Like, because my brow touches the lens when I frown.
Really?
Yeah. No,
I've got,
but
I've got, I've got like a centimetre to play with there.
I don't, yeah. For audio listeners not watching the video, we're both just frowning at each
We're
other.
both just glaring at each other. Me with a finger in front of my eyebrow.
Right, well, I think that that will pretty much do it for our first episode. So
It's gone
we
really fast.
it absolutely has, and I've had a good time.
I've had a ball.
I
I
I hope that
don't know why I
anyone
said it
listening
like
to
that.
it has enjoyed it as well.
Mark sat at home shaking his fist.
So we'll be back next
Divorce.
week with another episode where we'll dive a bit more into expat life. But thank you for listening to our first episode. It has been a bit all over the place and we've had some IT issues, but I'm happy with how it's gone.
Yes, he should have been knocking the iPad.
The IT issues have been very one-sided, I will say.
So was the entertainment, babes.
My goodness. All right,
Okay,
well, thank you for
well,
listening,
hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have.
and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.